Welcome to the 10th episode of Poll Pulse on One India News, where we bring you the latest updates from the ongoing Lok Sabha elections. Voting is underway in 88 constituencies across 13 states and union territories, with election fervor palpable, especially in Kerala, Rajasthan, and Uttar Pradesh, where polling is being conducted for multiple seats. Key contenders in this round include Rahul Gandhi, KC Venugopal, and BJP's Rajiv Chandrasekhar and Hema Malini, among others. Stay tuned till last as we delve into the latest developments in the election and political sphere of the second phase. Prime Minister Modi in Bihar asserted that the recent Supreme Court judgment on cross-verification of votes was a tight slap on the Congress-led opposition. He demanded an apology from them for creating distrust against electronic voting machines, which are EVMs. Modi accused the opposition of attempting to steal reservations meant for OBCs, SCs and STs for the sake of their favored Muslim vote bank. Referring to the rejection of pleas seeking cross-verification of votes cast through EVMs and VVPAT, Modi hailed the court's decision as a blow to the opposition's allegations against EVMs. He further accused the Congress of diverting reservations meant for OBCs to Muslims in Karnataka and warned against similar actions in Bihar. Modi criticized the Congress manifesto, alleging bias towards the Muslim community and injustice towards Hindus. He accused the opposition of prioritizing their vote bank over the country's interests and attempting to seize people's belongings, including their inheritance. Stressing the importance of voter turnout, especially among youth, Modi urged people to participate actively in the elections for the nation's economic and defense future.
मैं खुल करके कह रहा हूं, पहले दिन से कह रहा हूं, इस देश के जो संसाधन है, इस देश की जो भी संपत्ति है, इस देश की जो भी संभावनाएं हैं, अगर उस पर पहला किसी का हक है तो मेरे देश के गरीबों का है, मेरे देश के मजदूरों का है, मेरे देश के खेत में मजदूरी करने वाले किसानों का है, मेरे देश में गरीबी में जीने वाली मेरी माताओं बहनों का हक है। किसी भी धर्म के क्यों न हो, लेकिन अगर वो गरीब है तो पहला हक उस गरीब का है। ये मोदी की सोच है।
In an innovative move to engage voters and promote environmental awareness, the Kanakpura Forest Department had set up a special polling booth with a forest theme at the GTTC polling station number 79. Aptly named Adavi, meaning forest, the booth aims to immerse voters in a natural ambience while casting their ballots. Decorated with indigenous flora and thematic elements, the booth offers voters a serene forest-like setting. The initiative aimed at raising awareness about forest conservation and water preservation includes distributing saplings to participate voters. Through engaging displays and informational materials, voters are encouraged to understand and contribute to environmental preservation. The Adavi polling station serves as a unique blend of nature and democracy, inspiring citizens to advocate for conservation while exercising their democratic rights. Today, as Karnataka votes on 14 seats in the second phase of Lok Sabha elections, initiatives like Adavi underscores the importance of innovative approaches to civic engagement and sustainable practices. In the ongoing Lok Sabha elections, the Jammu parliamentary constituency has witnessed active voter participation with nearly 43% of the 17.8 lakh eligible voters casting their ballots by 1 p.m. Conducted across 2,416 polling stations, the voting process has been reported to be peaceful with no untoward incidents. Notably, the highest voter turnout of 52.68% was recorded in the Riyasi Assembly segment, showcasing significant public engagement. The constituency, comprising 22 candidates, including sitting MP Jugal Kishore Sharma, is a focal point in the electoral landscape, particularly after the abrogation of Article 370. This election marks a crucial moment for democracy as voters exercise their right to determine the future of their representation. With robust security arrangements and meticulous planning in the place, electoral authorities are committed to ensuring a transparent and fair vote process. As polling continues in 4 districts across the constituency, the enthusiasm among voters reflects the essence of a vibrant democracy. In the midst of the Lok Sabha elections in Kerala, tragedy struck as 4 individuals collapsed and passed away shortly after participating in the voting process. Among them were 3 voters and 1 polling agent, highlighting the intensity of the electoral fervor. In Ottapalam, Palakkad, a 68-year-old voter collapsed after casting his ballot and was pronounced dead upon arrival at the hospital. Meanwhile, in Kozhikode town, Left Democratic Front polling agent Anis Ahmed collapsed at booth number 16 and despite efforts could not be revived. Unfortunately, we don't have clear visuals of these incidents. Similarly, in Tirur, Mallapuram district, a 63-year-old madrasa teacher suffered the same fate after returning home from voting. Additionally, a 76-year-old man in Ambalapuzha, Alapuzha district passed away after exercising his democratic right. The soaring temperatures and high humidity levels added to the challenges faced by voters on election day. Amidst these unfortunate incidents, Kerala witnesses a voter turnout of around 34% by midday. As the electoral process continues, all eyes are on key contests, including Congress leader Rahul Gandhi's candidacy in Wayanad and the battles in constituencies featuring sitting union ministers. In a historic moment, the newly settled Bru voters of Tripura exercised their right to vote in the general elections to Lok Sabha 2024 for the first time. Having previously voted in assembly elections, they now participated in the parliamentary elections after receiving permanent settlement in 12 locations across the state. Large numbers of eligible voters from the Bru community turned out at polling stations since the morning, with hundreds casting their votes at places like the Goenangpara polling station in the Tirthamukh area. One Bru voter expressed joy at participating in the democratic process, highlighting the significance of their newfound participation. Meanwhile, residents of remote areas in Tripura's Dhalai district utilized boats to reach polling stations, showcasing their dedication to exercising their franchise rights. Tripura witnesses a significant voter turnout of 54.47% by 1 p.m., leading the charts in voter participation. The data from the Chief Electoral Officer of Tripura reveals that total eligible Bru voters stand at 17,524, with the majority enrolled in the electoral rolls of East Tripura. With voting underway for the second phase of Lok Sabha elections across various constituencies, Tripura sets an example of enthusiastic civic engagement and democratic participation.
Subscribe to One India channel and never miss an update.